thing. It's so long. Let's just wait. Is it up? Good morning, baby. Check it. Happy Sunday. We hope your week was well. We have a serious conversation to discuss today.
I don't hear anything, bro.
You don't hear nothing?
Nope.
What? Hold on. How you don't hear nothing? It's already up.
Yeah, but I just checked it on.
Oh, shoot.
Bear with us. We may be having technical difficulties
nothing.
again. It says one is watching.
I don't know.
But I'm watching too.
Well,
no, it actually may wait till it's 9:05 now. Can you hear yours?
Hold on. We gotta check the volume. Say something.
Test.
I can't hear nothing. I cannot hear nothing. This is on mute, is it?
No, just turn it back off.
All right. Can you hear anything?
That's what it was. Okay.
Oh my God. We always have issues. Sorry about that, you guys. Good morning. Welcome back to our channel, Mars versus Venus. We had some technical difficulties. I guess it was on mute for some reason. I don't know what happened. Anyways, we have a serious conversation to discuss today. It has really been put on our hearts to discuss. You want me to? I can start off.
Please start off.
So for this conversation, I need you to put aside your religion. I need for you to put aside your gender, your sexual orientation, your Republican Party.
No. Don't say Republican Party.
What?
Political ideology.
I need for you to put that aside because we are having a huge issue regarding these mass shootings in America. And it only kind of seems like it's really just here that, or at least it's all we know of. But America's better than this. And we need to put aside all that to have an open conversation. All right, baby. And our co-host in the back, of course.
So this discussion is going to come from a place of being educated. Venus has a license to carry.
Honey.
Has a license to carry in the state of Texas.
I do.
We're not in the state of Texas, but she has a license to carry in the state of Texas. And we are very aware that the laws vary from state to state, but this is coming from a place of being educated about gun safety and gun laws. So the piece I'm going to add is not sure if anybody knows. We're 224 days. We have 224 days left in
2023.
In the year 2023. So that leaves roughly about 130-ish days.
I ain't doing math. I'm sure.
By the data, I think they quantify a mass shooting by, I think it's either 3 or 4 fatalities. To this
I think it's 3.
Day, okay. To this date, we have had over 200 mass shootings in the United States. Venus, make that make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense.
Educate me on how the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh my gosh, I never believed in that,
but would have such a problem that seems to be in our face and nobody's addressing it.
I think that people are so caught up in the things that I said in the first about their race, about, who they like, who they don't like. I'm a man, I'm a woman. Listen, when it comes to these babies getting shot, this is a totally different conversation for me. I could give 2 shits about who you like and who you don't like and who you sleep with. Because when I protect my children, I'm a mama bear, but I have sympathy and empathy for these people. I never want to experience that we're at the point now to where I'm like, I don't feel like it's safe for our youngest to go to school. Because I don't know if you know, but in the state of Florida, these kids, when they start school, whether it be 3 or 4, they learn how to do these gun drills when there's a shooting. So think about your baby going to school and learning about that. I am not against guns. I don't have a problem with guns. We own guns. Again, I have license to carry in Texas, although you don't need that anymore, but still, I do. I think that sometimes there might be a purpose for gun. But if you were to say, you gotta take up all these guns because you're not a farmer, I don't have a problem with it because it's protecting the kids. And that's where it lies at. It's already enough these kids get bullied at school. And we already see that there's more people unaliving themselves, because you can't say the S word, than it has been reported ever. So when you talk about protecting them, I'm all for it. You don't need a damn assault rifle. You don't. What do you need it for? And you need it for what you're doing, assault.
And that's where I was about to ask for your expertise, because this is a space that you're way more versed and educated than I'm in. So I'm just going I'm going to hitch my wagon to you on this one. So, as a person who has a license to carry, you made it very clear about your take on assault rifles. Do you think that will there be a ban? Will we eventually see a time where there is a ban on assault rifles? Because you made it very clear. Like, what purpose do they serve? I'm sorry. Well, no. Okay. Well, I'm saying it from a rhetorical space. Like, okay, so like I'm sorry. Like, if you're going hunting, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what type of ducks you hunting that you got to empty. So
you tear it up.
You got to empty X amount of bullets in a matter of seconds. Like, so what purpose does it serve? And oh, by the way, for those individuals who's gonna try to come at me on this, I'm prior military. I've seen it. I've been in spaces where I don't even like to talk about. I've seen people, I've had friends, they've gone to areas of danger and I never saw them again. So hey, yeah, for those people who'll be like, well, I'm military. Well, guess what? I am too. All right. Now back to regular scheduled program. And I'm sorry, I just had to make sure I put that out there too. Do you think that there will ever be a ban on semi-automatic weapons?
No, I think that America.
And if not, why?
I think that America is so liberated. We're not responsible. I think that because people can't put aside their other BS to discuss this and really ask the kids, ask your children. Now I'm at the point now to where you have to educate your child on guns. And I say that because I didn't know before I went to the class. They had a little girl also. And somebody what was a nephew first. He went to someone's house. That little boy pulled out a gun. The little boy, he knew he was in danger and he ended up telling an adult. So you have to educate your child on things like that. Regarding the mass shootings, I mean, no, I think that the NRA, whoever's paying these political people, and please remember, this is America. You do know that you pay for these people. These politicians work for you.
Preach.
Don't be goofy.
Preach.
Because that really irritates my damn nerves. Don't be a goofy ass.
All we missing is an organ in the background.
Okay, because they work. They really do work for us. And
Hallelujah.
I'm like, y'all looking crazy. Like, oh, I can't believe. Did you vote for him or did you not vote? Which one did you not do? So obviously, we have these questions in our house because we have a youngster that's not in school yet. But I speak from a space of like
emotions, and hers is based in logic because she's been educated on it. I find it so interesting, and it's like, and this is kind of it's a part of a bigger conversation that we have when it comes to politics. I truly don't believe that some of these politicians, the words that are coming out of their mouth that are, when they come to the defense of these guns, because the whole phrase is, guns don't kill people, people kill people. I am so tired of this phrase that's being used.
Yeah.
I was about to say something, bro, but we'll probably get this freaking
it makes your ass itch.
We'll get this live stream probably removed. It makes me feel some type of way because it's like the media already tries to keep throwing these phrases out there to you, and eventually become branded in your brain. It's actually a psychological thing.
Yeah.
I hate when I hear that because it's dismissive of somebody losing another father, mother, sister, brother, child, sister, aunt, whatever the case may be. They're losing a family member, and it seems like things aren't getting better, and they're speaking from a place of denial and elitism. I'm not going to use the word white supremacy because I don't think people want to sit there and throw that out there. This is way bigger than an agenda.
But their kids don't go to the public schools. Their kids go to private schools that are probably heavily guarded or heavily locked up. That's the difference.
That's obvious. I mean, the politicians don't make rules that are effective of them. I mean, think about it. I mean, right. They go in there in the little things, and I forgot what they called it. They go in there and they vote for their own pay raise.
They do, right. But, just stupid.
But if you look at, how much is minimum wage now?
I don't. It's different from every state, but I think it's like $7 something here. I think.
I've been removed, or actually we've been removed from working minimum wage probably dang near over 25 years.
Since I was 18. I know it's been a while.
I'm just throwing out
wait a minute. Don't throw my okay.
25 years. And where I came from was 515.
Oh, Lord.
So do the math. Over 25 years, I can. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me just.
I do know that politicians also, and this is just a sidebar. They continue to get the same health care while they're in the political seat. So remember that, folks. And they also get a salary. So that once they leave that job, they get a salary. Now it used to be over $300,000 for some seats. So just remember those things while we over here we're paying for our United Healthcare and our Cigna, and that's $200 some out of our paycheck bi-weekly. Okay. And our pay rates change, but not like theirs do. It's just, I don't know. I can't even talk about it because I'm irritated.
Okay.
With the whole thing, like it pisses me off. Like, do what's best for these kids. That's it comes down to do what's best for these kids. I don't care about anything.
They don't care about your kids. And I'm talking about you.
Because they're desensitized.
All of us. When you come to the conclusion, we may mention this last week when it came to budgeting costs and cost saving.
Yeah.
Check out that live from last week, by the way, last Sunday. Lots of good tips. I made a reference. The government do not care about you. They don't. When you have the understanding of you have to look out for yourself.
That's true.
And don't expect the government to have your best interest at heart. As soon as you get an understanding of that, then you know how to navigate the landscape a little bit better.
Yeah.
A little bit, not a lot.
Well, you understand that, yeah.
because then you learn to accept some things like these stimulus packages and these bailouts. Like when you start understanding like the government isn't going to give you free money, it is a loan. And I know we're deviating from the bigger issue, but when you get an understanding of the government do not care about you, this whole NRA thing, I truly don't believe that these politicians that have these ridiculous quotes and talk in this hyperbolic terms that they don't believe the words that are coming out of their mouth. They don't. But they're getting paid by the NRA, so they have to play this game. It is stupid. But when you live in a country that's based on capitalism, that's
how it is.
Here we are.
Yeah. But I don't want people to get desensitized about these shootings because it's gonna be like that after a while. It's just be like, oh, it's another one, and keep on going. Now you're afraid to go to the mall. These babies are afraid to go to school. You can't go to church. I mean, hell, you can't go nowhere. It just seems like, and Texas, so Texas has an open carry. Florida will have an open carry July the 1st, 2023. Don't quote me, but I believe that is right. I don't agree with those things because when I took that gun class, the things that you learn, like that should be the last resort.
Educate these, a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Please educate these people on some of the do's and don'ts when it comes to gun laws in the state of Texas.
So, well, it used to be.
Or used to be. Okay.
So that's the last resort, right? Is to use your gun. You cannot shoot someone when they're running out of your house. You can't do that. It has to be a harm to yourself to be like, no, I felt like they were going to harm me.
Okay, but Joe Horn got off though.
I mean, anybody can get off. You got a good lawyer, to be honest.
All right. Sorry, keep going.
So it means somebody has to break the barrier into your home. Meaning they come in, they're going towards you, not away from you. You cannot shoot someone in the back. Also, if you're in a fight, it used to be there had to be you couldn't fight someone and then say, I'm gonna pull my gun out. You can't do that. It has to be, you thought about it, they were gonna harm me. I thought this person was gonna unalive me. And you initially shoot them. It used to be like that. Also, if you have a child, that the law was saying that you could use your gun to shoot someone if someone was trying to kidnap your child. That is the dumbest thing ever.
Yep.
But that's what it says. So it's not just, I got a gun. No, I don't ever want to use my gun ever. But when it comes to my family, I'm going to do what I have to do. But I've only put out my gun one time when someone was banging on our door at like 3:00 in the morning. Mm-hmm. But you was on the other side, so you was good. But I think people it's becoming the norm. And that's my fear. I don't want it to become the norm. Remember, America is so cocky too. You have to understand that the world is looking at America like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Mm-hmm. There are travel advisories that saying, don't go to America, you'll get shot. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, you mentioned the NAACP.
Let's say to Florida. They were saying don't travel to Florida, but that's a whole different other conversation.
I forgot you. Right, you didn't mention that. Yeah. I had a couple of things real quick, and we can wrap up. You may mention something. I remember a time, or we grew up in a time when schools, churches, and hospitals were safe havens.
Yeah.
Like even in times of not schools, but churches and hospitals they were safe havens. I think it's called the Geneva Convention. I think that's what it was called. My military background is a little rusty, but they were spaces that were safe havens. Like you couldn't touch them, and even just like ethics of all races. Like if you're doing these malicious acts, like for whatever reason, like churches were not touched, hospitals weren't touched.
Yeah,
I think the Dylan Roof situation, church. There was a shooting in the hospital in Dallas last year, wasn't it? 2022?
No, shootings in Oklahoma. I mean, there's shootings in hospitals all the time now.
Well, okay. Well, the one made national news. Let me put it that way.
I know it was one in Oklahoma too.
Okay.
But he was mad with the doctor, but it still was a gun.
Yeah. At the end of the day, he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And when and this is it just looks really odd when you have metal detectors outside of hospitals and churches. We've had them outside of schools for a long time, because obviously, you have sporting events, you have football games, you have basketball games. That's a little bit different, because you're having outsiders who may not necessarily be affiliated with the school. But churches and hospitals, when you have metal detectors on the outside, when there's a church that I've attended here, and the deacon said, like, the deacon board, they all have handgun licenses. That's the space we're in. And it is so sad and it's unfortunate. And I'm sure this is going to be a conversation that will go on way beyond this live stream. But we have hit the 21-minute mark. Before we wrap up, Venus, is there anything you want to say? You have the floor.
No, don't get desensitized about the mass shooting. Something needs to be done. Again, y'all can come for us on the comments, because I'm going to come right on back. I have no problem. That's just who I am. But put all the other bull crap aside and focus on these babies. These are our babies. Our babies going to be a nervous. They're going to be taking Xanax for real.
Yeah. Yeah, when we were in school, the only thing we had to train for was tornadoes. Yeah. Exercises for tornadoes. That's it.
Fire drills.
Oh, I'm sorry, fire drills too.
Yeah, you're right.
Fire drills and tornadoes. And I get it, like different regions of the country. I'm sure in the West Coast, you probably have some type of procedure for earthquakes or mudslides. Florida.
And that's nerve-wracking enough.
But you know what? But I can accept natural disasters and Mother Nature. Yes. I can accept that. But we have our kids, our grandkids, our nieces, our nephews are having to be trained for an assailant coming into their school
at the age of 3 or 4.
Yes. And I don't care how good of a parent you are at conveying a message. It is very difficult to try to make a kid understand why they're having to train for an individual coming into a place that's supposed to be safe to potentially end up taking their lives.
Yep.
That's a hard conversation to have with a 3 or 4-year-old for them to even understand.
And Florida probably don't even want to talk about that. So
no.
That's just something Florida don't even want to talk about, but that is the reality of the world that we live in, and it's so sad. And I have to add too, I see other kids in other schools in another country that I visit, and them kids is just they not stressed like this. Our babies are stressed. They not stressed like these kids are, so it's a shame.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
All right. Well, YouTube world, with that being said, we will wrap up another live of Mars versus Venus.
Yes, we don't want to keep you long.
As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit them comments. We'd like to have a conversation with you. Until next time, be safe.
Bye.